3x plus 2y is equal to 16, 7x plus y is equal to 19. And we've got to make the decision. Decision making is which is the most efficient method to use. That's it. All right. Give me a chance to write that down. So, what I want to do is, obviously, the first method happened a while ago now, and there was a brief interruption of, what was it, the holidays and online learning that seems to wipe your memories. And then we've done the elimination method. We've got two methods, substitution. And the decision is, from now on, for you guys, you choose which method is the best one for you. Yeah? So when I give you an assessment on this, I could say, use substitution method to do this, use elimination method to do that, or I could just say, solve this. You use whichever method you like. Do we know yet what the decision-making process is about? What would affect my decision? No? Right. You can use both methods for anything, for either way, right? Or either methods for any question. So let's just have a quick look, recap. What did the substitution method involve? So should I just go through it and you'll go, oh yeah, I remember doing that. So my equation number 1 is 3x plus 2y is equal to 16. My equation number 2 is 7x plus y is equal to 90. You can be writing this down while we're going. Normally not the best thing, but this is something you're not learning new. All right. In the substitution method, I am going to choose this, and because it's nice and easy, I've got one y there. I'm going to make y the subject. So I'm just going to subtract 7x from both sides, and then I've got y equals 19 minus 7x. All right, do you remember doing that? What do we then do? We take that y equals 19 minus 7x, and we replace the y in the other one. So, in number 1, we now have 3x's plus 2, and we replace the y with 19 minus 7x. That equals 16. All right? Are you is it coming back to you now? Now what we do is we expand the brackets. So I've got, by the way, number 2 is down. I don't want to use that again. All right? So I'm focusing on number 1. I'm just going to 3x is plus 2 times 19 is 54. Good, thank you. Just checking that people are awake. So 1 was. 2 times negative 7x is minus 14x equals 16. Now what do I do? Collect like terms. So we add the x's. So we've got 3x's and what does that become? Negative 11x. I've still got a plus 38. It still equals 16. Now what? So 3x's subtract 14x's is 11. Well, I added them, but adding a negative is the same as subtracting it. All right. What do we do next? Take away 38 if you like. I'm left with negative 11x's equals definitely going to be a negative.
Not negative 22.
Negative 22? Be nice if it was.
It is.
Yeah, sure about that? Good. That means I can then divide by negative 11, and I end up with 1x equals 2. So there's my x value. Am I finished? No. I'm not going to go through that because the finding the y bit or finding the second variable is the same regardless, yeah? Right? The substitution method gets me the first bit, the first step. So I would then use to find y. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is, you know how to do that. You're going to substitute it in just like we've just been doing. But let's do the same question again. All right? But using the elimination method, which is what you've just been doing. All right? We know that x has to equal 2. All right. So let's write it out. It starts exactly the same way. So equation 1 is 3x plus 2y is equal to 16. Equation number 2 is 7x plus y is equal to 19. What do we do? Times by 2. Okay, like in that, times by 2, times by 2, times by 2. So number 1 is now 3x plus 2y is 16. Number 2 is now 14x's plus 2y's is equal to 30. Yeah, that's a similar number. I mean, it's not going to be completely different. What do I do? Add or subtract? Subtract. Why do I subtract? Got plus 2y, plus 2y, so we're going to eliminate. Same sign, so we're going to subtract. So I'm going to do number 2 subtract number 1. Why am I going to do it that way around? Yeah, I don't want negatives. So now I can do 14x subtract 3x's 11x. That turns into 0, so I can forget that then. Equals 38 minus 16, looking that way, is 22. Divide by 11, x equals 2. Right. So just before we go, both methods came up with the same answer. Still have to find y, but finding y is exactly the same process for both of them. Which method would you use? See, you've just said different things. Therefore, this is a prime example of one that is very easy to do it both ways. Right? The point is that when you get some harder questions, you might want to use one rather than the other. So that's the next stage, is just, right, what method would you choose rather than do one, do the other? And you've got both methods. Hopefully we've just done a recap that reminds you. The next time it will just be about, right, use whichever method you want to use.